The U.S. Embassy in Yemen reports the Houthis have kidnapped several crew members. On Sunday, the rebel group launched missiles and drones at another Liberian-flagged Greek-operated cargo ship, eventually causing it to sink. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Ukraine's President Zelensky says at least 2 people are killed, 16 injured in an overnight drone and missile attack by Russia in the capital Kyiv, a day after what's described as the largest aerial attack of the war so far. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Flashing lights, an ambulance, and a coroner along an Indianapolis highway. Your radar is clear. It's 70 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 90 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for cbeyondtheaddiction.org. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Earlier this morning, a crash along I-465 southbound near the Sam Jones Expressway killed somebody who was driving a motorcycle. State police say a car slammed into a wall, and then moments later, a motorcycle collided with the back of that car. Troopers are still looking into this. The portion of that highway has since reopened. Assisting a criminal and neglect of a dependent are some of the charges faced by an Indianapolis woman.
While responding to a large disturbance involving more than 50 people on Meadows Way last Thursday, Indianapolis police say the sound of gunshots led officers to a man shot in a parking lot blocks away. Police then tracked a blood trail to an apartment where they found an armed juvenile. This woman, Candace Strayhorn, was inside that apartment with 6 other juveniles. Police say she's the legal guardian of at least one of them and arrested her for neglect.
That's Wish TV's Tim Spears reporting Strahan will be in court on Friday morning in Marion County Superior Court, where she'll face those charges. Governor Mike Braun giving an update on changes that he made earlier this year. On Wednesday, his office sent out a report on a move to replace diversity, equity, and inclusion with merit, excellence, and innovation. Braun signed an executive order in January to make the switch and says the goal is to create a level playing field for all Hoosiers. Caitlin Clark returned from a groin injury on Wednesday, but it was still a tough day for the Fever.
Clark scored 10 points, but the Fever lost to the Golden State Valkyries at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, 80-61. Here's what Clark had to say after the defeat.
I felt pretty good. I was trying to play, shorter stints, but, sometimes it's almost harder to sit on the bench and then come back into the game. So I was just kind of finding a balance of that. But just trying to get my legs under me there in the fourth quarter and get my wind back a little bit, which will come over the next few games.
With a record of 9-10, the Fever faced the 12-7 Atlanta Dream on Friday night in Indianapolis. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com, we'll get a look at traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It is 6:04.
We all have people in our lives we interact with. Maybe it's your favorite barista, a neighbor who waves to you every morning, a coworker you grab lunch with, or maybe it's me, the hairstylist you've gone to for years. What if you learned I had a substance use disorder? Would it change how you see me? It's okay to see the addiction, but when you choose to see the person, not just their disease, it can help change someone's life. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
Pat Sullivan here with exciting news from my friends at Hope Plumbing, now known as Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Hope now offers plumbing, heating, and air conditioning services, bringing total comfort to your home. No more dealing with multiple home service memberships. For only $8 a month, Hope is now your one-stop for safety and maintenance inspections and so much more. Make sure you're prepared for those Indiana summer heat waves with an AC tune-up by calling Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today at 641-HOPE.
It is a crash in the construction on the south side, northbound 65 at Raymond Street. The outside shoulder block, that's the right shoulder. Traffic stop and go back to South Keystone Avenue. Already delayed 7 minutes in that construction. Northeast side, eastbound 465, a stall on the off-ramp to I-69. The ramp is open. It's partially blocked. No delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. Nitro's back. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is lighting up the track. Grab your tickets for today through Saturday now at IHRA.com. That's IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on? Hey, good morning. We are going to see sunshine for the day today. And guess what? It's going to be hot and humid again. An isolated afternoon shower possible with highs near 87. Partly cloudy tonight, mild and muggy with lows near 69. Tomorrow, we could reach 90 degrees. Mostly sunny, hot and humid again. A few isolated showers possible in the afternoon. And heading into the weekend, incredibly muggy. Highs will be in the upper 80s and a better rain chance as we head into Saturday. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible.
That's Tara Hastings. Why are you working the early shift? What's going on?
Well, Marcus is out of town this weekend. So I am filling in.
So does that mean you're with us at 7 and 8, or do we have to deal with somebody else?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Fine.
I'm in all day, all me. I'm pulling. I'm soloing right now.
Is that what the kids call it?
I guess it's just me. I've got weather and traffic as well this morning on Wish TV.
Wow. Not only are you Tara Hastings, but you're also Matt Bear.
No one could be Matt Bear.
True. Fact. Science. Right there. But he's...
Exactly.
Yeah, he's very proud of it. But it's Tara Hastings, ladies and gentlemen. And it'll be Tara Hastings all day.
I can do this all day. All day, son.
So.
Yeah.
Good work.
I'm raring to go. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate it, Boo. Just referred to Tara Hastings as Boo. Hold on. If my email worked, HR would be in contact with me right now, and they'd be so angry. But right now it's down, so good for me.
Well, you lucked out.
Yeah, this time.
Timing perfect.
This time. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08. So they decided to put up some billboards. The billboards are to try and pressure Indianapolis, the Marion County Sheriff, into, well, not doing anything about illegal immigrants. It's something else. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Wish TV had the story about these rather ignorant billboards, and let me tell you, they were sounding all sorts of anchor person-y over there.
All aimed at pressuring Sheriff Kerry. All aimed at pressuring.
I can't even play it. The billboards are meant to get Marion County sheriffs to stop immigration enforcement. Live Free Indiana, which is part of a group called Live Free USA. Producer Carl, have you ever heard of Live Free USA?
No, sir.
No, I have never heard of Live Free USA either. Join Live Free in building safe and equitable communities by ensuring that people who break the law get to stay. Wait, is that not the tagline? Because I'm pretty sure that's Live Free, because why shouldn't we have people we don't know about in the United States of America? Since 2011, building a network of thousands of faith leaders, directly impacted leaders, and movement partners working to bring peace and healing to our cities. Wait till I do a little more research. Wait till I do a little more research about their affiliates and partners. They've got the list of affiliates and partners. Wait till we find out. So what they want, and they've got these billboards up, and the billboards read, "Fund our future, don't force us apart." And according to Carolyn Higginbotham, a representative of the Indie Action Coalition, what we hope is that people will become more aware that our jail is being used to detain people for ICE, and that is having a negative impact on our community. Is that right? A negative impact on our community because somebody feels sad? Well, I'm sure there's some kid out there who felt sad when his dad went to jail because he didn't pay his taxes. But laws are laws and rules are rules. I don't know if Free Indiana or whatever, Live Free USA or whatever they are, Live Free USA is the exact name. I don't know if they care about that kid or that dad. But just in case anybody should question, oh, it's the Midwest, you guys got your head on straight. Oh, no, we've got our fights. Look at what we have to now put up with. A proactive maneuver to support people being in the country illegally. The quote is, we want our tax dollars to be used on things that fund our future and not for things that tear our community apart, which is why the rational of us oppose illegal immigration and don't believe that law breaking should be rewarded. And you know who's on our side, Carolyn Higginbotham? Legal immigrants. You know who's not on our side? White, liberal, so-called college-educated women. Again. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. What's up, everybody? 93 WIBC, good morning.
This is Alex Brown. Details on a planned data center project remain scarce. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Nominations are now open for IBJ's Women of Influence Awards. Submit your nomination by August 1st at IBJ.com, then join us in October to honor the class of 2025.
Hey, just a heads up, the Social Security Administration just announced they're now projected to run out of money 1 year earlier than expected. Your benefits could be cut by as much as 23%, and the average person could lose more than $100,000 in lifetime income. Discover how you could get every penny that's rightfully yours with a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy.
So, if you've saved more than $200,000 but have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now. Just call 317-648-5120. This is not some off-the-shelf report. This is a customized analysis that could help you get every penny out of your Social Security. And it's free. Call Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
What if the next time you painted your home was the last time you painted your home?
Our Rhino Shield has been on for 8 years.
Rhino Shield. Call 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Looking at the south side, Tony, we have a crash in the construction, northbound 65 at Raymond Street, and right now the right shoulder is closed, slowing traffic back to South Keystone Avenue. Delayed by just 1 minute right now. Northeast side, eastbound 465, a stall in the exit ramp to I-69. The ramp is open. It's partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Get one of those days. Do you have one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy Rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15. Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meeting cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Visit Fostech.com, Fostech, Fostech.com to find the dealer near you.
At Hendricks, our cancer care
is in the details.
When you are with us, and you have our time and you have our energy.
We have a wonderful team of highly trained oncologists, physical therapists, speech pathologists, dietitians.
Always making sure that the patient is the center of the care.
We have excellent nurse navigation that are skilled at identifying barriers to treatment,
as well as expertise from Mayo Clinic.
It is more personal care than just a number.
Visit hendricks.org/cancer.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Russia is amping up the hits on Ukraine. The drone attacks going on. Washington Times with the story. I'm Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. 728 drones, as reported, targeting the city of Lutsk, Lutsk. There have been other attacks on Kyiv, other cities within Ukraine. You have the United States now sending military aid, and there's a whole story there. We had Major Mike Lyons on Tony Katz Today yesterday, and I was discussing with him something we shared here about the Undersecretary for the Pentagon, Elbridge Colby, and this, maybe it was him in his view of the world to say, hey, stop sending any weaponry to Ukraine. It was Major Lyons who did remind, and to the point, he's correct, that any decision to stop a weapon shipment would be signed off on by the Secretary of Defense, and that would be Pete Hegseth. So in any of these situations, one has to look at Hegseth and ask, my gosh, what exactly are you doing? How could you have been this out of step with where the White House is? Did you get the signals crossed? Did you really not understand what he wanted? Did you make an assumption and not double check yourself? Is there an issue there? Now, I would still put forth to you that I think that the Politico story, and it's from yesterday, and I'll make sure everything's up at TonyKatz.com. I think the Politico story is indeed a leak trying to warn Colby in the Defense Department, and maybe Hegseth as well. This guy is getting way out over his skis. I think it's more about him than I think it is about Hegseth. But both Major Lyons and I spoke to Noah Rosman of National Review, both put more of it while engaging a conversation about this guy, Elbridge Colby. Sorry. His first name is Elbridge. Put it more on Hegseth. I think that they have a very, very acceptable point there that should be noted. That Hegseth is the defense secretary. Hegseth has to be the one who makes this call, and Hegseth is not making the call. There are, I think, a fair amount of long knives out for Pete Hegseth. And there have been. I'm going to get into this in the 7 o'clock hour. I don't think that the president should heed those calls. And I'll get into why. But back to what's going on in Ukraine. it has to be understood that Putin not only is dismissing Trump, pushing him to the side, but continuing on these attacks. Trump will further back Ukraine to push back. Now, maybe that's a desire. Maybe that's a want. There's a really interesting quote from a guy by the name of Mark Rutte, R-U-T-T-E. Mark Rutte is the Secretary General of NATO. Mark Rutte is the one who referred to Donald Trump as daddy. Yeah. Oh, I think he's overjoyed with Donald Trump. Getting European nations to give 5% of GDP towards their defense, a NATO that might actually be able to fight in the face of Russian aggression, which absolutely will come. And his argument was, and this is actually an argument in support of Elbridge Colby, because Colby's entire theory in the Pentagon is our only issue is China, and everything else is an absolute waste of time. So why in the world would we give a bomb or a missile to Ukraine? We're going to have to use it either in defense of Taiwan or in defense of our own nation. It's going to happen in the Taiwan Strait. So that's the philosophy that Colby, C-O-L-B-Y, Colby goes in with and has had for a long time. This is not new. Mark Rutte writes in a post that when this happens, when it all comes down for China, China is going to turn to their junior partner, Russia, led by their willing guy, Vladimir Putin, right? Referring to Russia as a vassal state, that China controls Russia. That's what Mark Rutte is saying. And he's going to, Xi Jinping is going to say to Vladimir Putin, start bombing Ukraine en masse so the Americans will focus over there and we can do what we want over here in taking Taiwan. He said it. I mean, that's the tweet. That's the quote right there. His first call, Xi Jinping's first call, would be to Vladimir Putin, residing in Moscow, and telling him, quote, hey, I'm going to do this, and I need you to keep them busy in Europe by attacking NATO territory. That is most likely the way this will happen. So not just Ukraine, but NATO territory as a whole. So keep America busy over here, keep their blood in their, or I should really say their treasure over here, and then we could take Taiwan as we choose. Now, the minute you hear that, you're like, well, yeah, that's a very possible thing. So these attacks from Russia can be seen as other levels of provocation, and maybe there is a look going on about that. Right now, it is clear that Trump has no control over Vladimir Putin. My problem is I didn't think he ever was going to have control. I just never thought it worked that way, and I don't know if you did either. I think some people thought, oh, Trump's going to get into office, the world will be over today. It's not how it works. The most important takeaway, never mind if you want to argue that Putin is at the behest of China, Putin is also a guy who has expansionist power or desires. There's not a debatable subject. Tucker was always wrong here. I'll use him, a myriad of other examples. Russia wants power. Russia wants land. Russia wants to survive. Vladimir Putin wants Mother Russia back. He wants to hug the bear. This is not debatable stuff. So there's a lot of moving parts. But I wanted them to give that a little more clarity as to what took place, the conversations I had yesterday and some of the information that I got. Then there's Elon Musk, who has decided he's going to be in politics no matter what happens. And when this analyst for Tesla was suggesting, hey, why don't you limit your political activities? Why don't we, we make money? Elon Musk responded with, shut up. So Elon's in. I don't know if his party's going to do anything. I just don't see it. But I think a lot of people are going to line up to see if they can get a check. And Elon, you're more than welcome to advertise here. If you're not a communist, we welcome all the advertising. Go right ahead. Speak to the people. I mean, you got to run the ads. I'm not going to say it, but run the ads. And then we'll talk about them later. And also, if you got any Teslas laying around. Sure, I mean, might as well get everything, guys. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, looking at the south side crash coming up northbound 65 at Raymond Street. It's on the right shoulder, causing a slowdown back to South Keystone Avenue. On the northeast side, eastbound 465 to Benford Boulevard, I-69. There is a stall on the exit ramp. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now with Dream Baths by B, get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1 plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey, and the former CIA director and former FBI director are under investigation. Jerry Lopez is in for Rob Kendall. Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with 0 experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What's going on Indianapolis's west side this morning? Your radar is clear at 70 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 90 today. It's going to be the hottest day of the week today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Right now, there is a car submerged in a pond not far from 465 and Rockville Road. The one thing that rescue workers do not know is if there's somebody in that car. You'll see a lot of flashing lights along North Lyndhurst Drive this morning, so use caution if you're in the area. President Donald Trump is tying tariff rates for Brazil to the prosecution of the country's former leader.
Brazil's insidious attacks on free elections, President Trump says, is part of the reason he's imposing a 50% tariff on the country's imports next month. He announced that rate in a letter, but it differs from letters sent to other U.S. trading partners. In instead singling out the trial of former President Jair Bolsonaro.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern reporting.
Bolsonaro is accused of attempting a coup after he lost re-election in 2022. President Trump has described the investigation as a witch hunt that should end immediately. Dozens of other trading partners are also being told of new charges as part of a reciprocal tariff plan first outlined in April.
And earlier this week, Trump sent tariff letters to South Korea and Japan of 25% tariffs. A new CDC report out this morning says 1 in 3 U.S. teenagers now has pre-diabetes, a warning sign for future health risks. Doctors say rising blood sugar levels in teens are tied to poor diet and inactivity. An outburst at an airport is caught on TikTok. Imagine that.
The dramatic scene unfolding when a woman who was reportedly a lawyer tried to skip the deboarding line, sparking outrage from fellow passengers. Tension soared as the unidentified woman fired back at critics, calling them whiners and yelling, "Shut your mouth," at one man, and asking a passenger taking video if they had permission to record her in public. Some of the passengers can then be heard calling the woman a Karen. Online reactions to the scene were mixed, with some calling her behavior outrageous, while others admired her comebacks. The airline and flight details remain unknown. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. The Indiana Economic Development Corporation recently approved tax credits for an $800 million data center project in LaPorte County, only called Project Maze. While specific details are still not known, the data center is likely going to be located on the western edge of Michigan City on a site that has already been zoned for industrial use. The 67-acre site is owned by Phoenix, Michigan City Industrial Developers, though the company did not return messages seeking information on its plans for the property. It's unclear when construction might begin on the project. Auburn-based Credent Wealth Management is continuing to grow its portfolio with the acquisition of TFG Advisors, a financial advisory firm headquartered in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Financial terms of the acquisition were not disclosed, but Credent said TFG's entire staff will be retained. The Indianapolis Bar Association will host U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson for a luncheon discussion today at the Indiana Convention Center. Jackson is scheduled to discuss her experiences on the nation's highest court, her career in public service, and her recently released book, Lovely One, a memoir. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. If you're interested in becoming an FTZ, the Indianapolis Airport Authority can sponsor your application and start you on the path to savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate.
A Northwest Indiana physician could see his controlled substance registration suspended as a result of allegations put forth in a petition filed this month by Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita. Rokita is asking the Indiana Board of Pharmacy to suspend the CSR for Dr. Patrick Sheets of Rensselaer due to allegations of unsafe prescribing practices and serious violations of medical standards, based on multiple consumer complaints made to Rokita's office. The Board of Pharmacy will hear Rokita's petition next week. Lebanon Mayor Matt Gentry is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
All right, checking out the south side. Crash northbound 65 after Raymond Street. And the right shoulder is blocked. Traffic stop and go to South Keystone Avenue. Delayed 5 minutes. Northbound 65 also a little bit slow after Southport Road to 465. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:36. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. The Indiana Fever coming up just a little bit short against the Golden State Valkyries Wednesday. 80-61 the final score. Fever guard Caitlin Clark says things just fell apart.
I thought we started really well. I thought we were competitive. I thought we played with energy in the first 5 minutes. And then, when they kind of went on their first run, kind of deflated us a little bit, which I'm not really sure why.
And Clark returned from a groin injury. The Fever had a 9-point lead, coughed that up. Now they're 9-10. They play Atlanta Friday night. The Pacers played their Summer League opener today in Vegas against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Minnesota Twins beat the Chicago Cubs 4-2. Cubs manager Craig Counsell says Minnesota has a pretty good bullpen.
It's kind of inherent that you kind of get their starters, and the first 2 days of the series we have not.
And these two teams hook up again at 1:10 this afternoon. The Reds beat the Marlins 4-2. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
At Kingdom Roofing Systems, they do more than just roofing. They believe in honoring those who've served. Kingdom Roofing Systems proudly participates in the Roof Deployment Project, which provides a brand new roof to a deserving U.S. veteran or active duty service member, absolutely free. You can help give back to those who have given so much. If you or someone you know has served, owns their home, and is in need of a new roof, apply today at kingdomroofingsystems.com/RDP. Kingdom Roofing Systems, building roofs, honoring heroes.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Retribution for pursuing what President Trump has long called a witch hunt. I should mention, you were also threatened with retribution for working on the January 6th committee.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, and I have absolutely zero fear of these people because, okay, what are you going to threaten me with something that I didn't do? Okay. But yeah, on this case, look, I think this is clear because Donald Trump has said this since really the day of James Comey, which is he wants to get retribution. He wants to get back at him. And I think he gave marching orders, which is find a reason to charge him or investigate him at least. They're probably not going to be charged with anything, but an investigation is something that is basically all-encompassing and life-altering. This is all pure intimidation like they do to, some aspects of the media, like they do to anybody that's an enemy of them politically. They will try to intimidate and scare you. And
Adam Kinzinger has this very right and very wrong all at the same time, and he only got it right by luck. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. If John Brennan and James Comey were involved in any way, shape, or form with disseminating knowingly false information to alter a presidential election, there is reason enough to investigate, then charge. If indeed this comes to fruition, I believe that we have seen good evidence that this was the intention. Now, some will argue, I think in a foolish manner, man, if it wasn't for James Comey, Trump may not have been president because Comey, with the whole thing with Hillary Clinton and, hey, we're looking into this and there's nothing to look into, that maybe got people to Trump's side, going back to 2016. But the idea of the former CIA director Brennan, the former FBI director Comey, that it is clear that they placed their hands in trying to engage a level of manipulation regarding Russia, and a host of other things. Why should we let this just be something that took place? Why would we ever want this to go by the wayside? I again sit in awe of these people. On the right, when it comes to Epstein, on the left, when it comes to this, whatever. It's not whatever. And if we want to talk about intimidation, we want to talk about retribution, let's go back to the Tea Party days and the IRS and Lois Lerner and not giving the tax-exempt status to these groups so they could speak freely. If we want to talk about intimidation and retribution, let's take a look at all the indictments against President Trump when he ran for president the third time. And yeah, because it was when he ran the third time. Correct, accurate. If Kinzinger wants to say that this stuff is wrong, it all has to be wrong. But as I often say, I can't start an investigation. I can't stop an investigation. I'm not going to get worked up about an investigation. Not. But the idea that John Brennan and James Comey are somehow these two decent guys being harassed by the government, I don't expect Adam Kinzinger to have a real good definition of decency, considering his work on the January 6th committee. Oh, I'd debate that with the man anytime, any place, anywhere. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Historic flooding.
This is a 100-year catastrophe.
Lives shattered.
Dedicated, searching for every single one of the children.
It's horrible. I have grandchildren that I couldn't imagine them flowing down a river.
Support Texas flood relief efforts by going to SALArmyEDS.org. Whatever you can spare will help.
It is undescribable and catastrophic.
From 93.
This is a national emergency.
WIBC.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace through strict.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture. Sleep up to 10 degrees cooler and the lowest price guaranteed on every mattress. And save up to 50% off Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and lift chairs. Plus, we pay your sales tax and deliver it all for free. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Get ready to hit the links. The golf outing presented by Franciscan Health is almost ready to tee off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Course in Franklin. It's more than a round of golf. It's for a great cause. Proceeds benefit the Franciscan Health Foundation. Franciscan Health will host free cancer screenings on site, and you'll also find a silent auction, longest drive competition, and more. Be proactive about your health and get some swings in. It's a great excuse to take a day off work. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
Traffic on the 5s and Matt Bear, what's going on?
Looking at the south side, Tony, it's northbound 65, crashing the construction zone at Raymond Street, blocking the right shoulder, slowing us down to South Keystone Avenue. That is a delay of 5 minutes. North side, eastbound 465 to I-69, stall on the exit ramp. The ramp is open. Traffic sponsored By Indy Decorative Concrete, makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best steamed concrete patio package. Hurry, offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is hiring CDL drivers. Call Brian Myers at 317-690-2016.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Bare Naked Ladies with Sugar Ray and Fastball. Sunday, July 20th at Everwise Amphitheater.
More info online at WIBC.com. Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
It's for you.
Attacks against federal officers are up 700%. I'm shocked, said nobody. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Live stream is happening. Good to see everybody. Good to be with you. 10 armed protesters were shot at a Texas ICE facility. That took place yesterday. Wasn't there an attack on ICE facilities in San Francisco yesterday as well? And then, in addition to that, where else was there? I know you had 4 charged in Oregon. And then you've got this story that you have 15 people who have been charged overall, including this story.
We're here to tell you that late at night on July 4th, Friday night at approximately 10:37 p.m. at the Prairieland ICE Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas, 10 to 12 individuals dressed in black military-style clothing began shooting fireworks and engaging in acts of vandalism at the facility. And this was part of an organized attack. Today, my office has charged 10 individuals with 3 counts of attempted murder of a federal officer. Each of the 10 are also charged with 3 counts of discharging a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. Each of these defendants faces a mandatory prison term of 10 years and up to life in prison. An additional co-conspirator was charged with obstruction of justice and conspiracy.
And all of this being cheered on by the political left. I'm sorry, what? Did I say something wrong? I don't think I said anything wrong. As a matter of fact, I think it would be impossible to disagree with what I just said. Because these things are true. Factual. Without question. Being cheered on by the Democratic Party. Being cheered on by the Democratic faithful. Thrilled, excited was Pramila Jayapal, the congresswoman from Washington State, when inspired when she sees people interfering with ICE agents. You have got a guy who was running from ICE agents, so he ran into a surgical center. He was trying to evade arrest. Those who work at the surgical center tried to push away the ICE agents. So we are clearly in a place of Well, we couldn't convince them. We couldn't cajole them. We couldn't intimidate them. So now we're just going to get physically violent to get our way. This is where the political left is. And so when you talk about the authoritarianism, as we have discussed, let us remember exactly where it's at. It is on the left, and it has no place anywhere. We shouldn't want any of it, of course. But if we're asking where it is, it's not authoritarianism to have the Supreme Court say, yes, of course you can go about removing people who are in the country illegally and actually doing so. That's not authoritarian. Authoritarian would be, I don't care about the Supreme Court. Authoritarian would be, I'll take anybody I don't like and remove them from the country. Of course, the left uses terms like kidnap, and they use terms like concentration camp, because these are very, very low people who aren't interested in having any level of nuance in a debate or honesty in a debate. There's a real lack of honesty going on. That would be authoritarianism. And that's just not what's happening. But that is very obviously what they want and are engaged in when you see these attacks going on against ICE agents. The question that Chief Bailey of the IMPD never answered for me. And why, admittedly, and so he knows, I saw him at the race. I said hello. There was even a fist bump. What can I say? I'm a nice guy. I'm a treat. But why am I having you back on the show when the basic question can't get answered? I mean, you note I don't fault other people for speaking to the man. I want to speak to the man. We've certainly always gotten along. I'd like to have a good relationship with Chief Bailey, the IMPD. But Mike Braun signs an executive order about how you assist immigration enforcement. We spoke with the FBI, who said we've never had an issue with IMPD, but the question was very, very clear. If asked, IMPD, will you assist in any deportation raids? If asked, what is your answer? You know, we haven't gotten an answer to that yet. Producer Carl, I'm not wrong on that. Have we gotten an answer to that yet?
No.
So I ask you again, Chief, why do I have to be the guy who's like, all right, we won't talk about that, we'll talk about something else? I think we should talk about that. An answer to the question is deserving. Law enforcement is getting attacked. I don't want to see law enforcement get attacked. I want to know if you're going to do the job that is asked of you, if indeed you're asked to assist. You're already dealing with 27 levels of hell, including a city county council that doesn't know which end is up. We're going to sign an order, whatever you want to call it, to say, here's our new curfew, but no enforcement mechanism. Where's the backup for police, which the city county council has not been giving over the past years? Certainly post George Floyd, they went down as many left roads as they possibly could. They just hit up against walls going even further. They couldn't get to be Minneapolis, and I think that upset a fair amount of them. We deserve answers to questions on these subjects, because these subjects matter. Because we don't want to see law enforcement get attacked. We do want to see law enforcement do its job. So, Chief Bailey, this was an interesting segue to this conversation. You're welcome back on the show, but that's going to be the first question, and an answer to that question matters. And if you're not willing to answer that question, sir, with all due respect, we deserve an answer to the question, because the question is just a basic one, a rational one. Book a time. Let's go. Matt Barris, traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside, northbound 65, crash at Raymond Street on the outside shoulder, slowing us down. Back to 465. That is a construction zone. Medical emergency on the south side. This is northbound 65 at Edgewood Avenue. Shoulder blocked right now. And no delay. Looking at the northeast side, the stall cleared. Eastbound 465 to I-69 and westbound 70 slowing to the north split. Over the flyover ramp to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, just a heads up, the Social Security Administration just announced they're now projected to run out of money 1 year earlier than expected. Your benefits could be cut by as much as 23%, and the average person could lose more than $100,000 in lifetime income. Discover how you could get every penny that's rightfully yours with a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy.
So, if you've saved more than $200,000 but have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now. Just call 317-648-5120. This is not some off-the-shelf report. This is a customized analysis that could help you get every penny out of your Social Security. And it's free. Call Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Applied Innovation customer Alicia Staley, office manager for McEnany Roofing, has reduced dependency on paper with a document management solution from Applied Innovation.
So it makes looking for documents pretty much effortless.
With this paperless solution and improved workflow, you recommend Applied Innovation?
Oh, yes. I like to talk to a lot of different people. I'm the social butterfly, so as much as I can spread how wonderful they are, I definitely do. And I've never had such prompt customer service and care like this with any other company.
Your slogan, Innovative Solution Since 1985, is perfect for your Applied Innovation partnership.
There's a lot of benefits. I have to say, number 1, definitely a great partnership. 2, financial-wise, we have saved a lot of money by signing up with Applied Innovation.
Start your partnership and save money. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, why so many cops and firefighters responded to a pond on Indy's west side this morning, why a central Indiana grand jury can't decide on a cold case, and what Governor Mike Braun hopes for the state's energy future after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis on a Thursday morning at 7 o'clock.
Suspensions at the Secret Service. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. Punishments are coming down over the near assassination of President Trump at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania a year ago this Sunday.
Nearly 1 year after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, some critics are still asking why there was not a proper overwatch on that roof near the stage. The 6 Secret Service agents that have been reportedly suspended for the blown coverage, they were not fired. The deputy director defended the agency's decision not to sack anyone. Quote, "We aren't going to fire our way out of this. We're going to focus on the root cause and fix the deficiencies that put us in that situation. Secret Service is totally accountable for Butler."
Fox Lucas Tomlinson in Washington. President Trump sets a 50% tariff rate on imports from Brazil, condemning what he calls an attack on free elections.
In a letter to Brazil's president, President Trump tied that high tariff rate to the trial of the country's former leader, Jair Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro is accused of attempting a coup following his election loss in 2022 and has been barred from running for office until 2030.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. There's been a vigil in Texas for victims of last Friday's flash flooding. At least 120 people are dead, more than 170 still missing.
The community around Kerr County here came together. They packed the local football stadium at the local high school with a prayer vigil. They called it the Kerr County Blessing. The volunteers and staff working to bring victims home total more than 2,000 in this area, just in this county alone. They include searchers with Texar, a Texas Search and Rescue, the Cajun Navy as well. Governor Greg Abbott has added 4 flood-related items to the upcoming special section of the Texas legislature. They include flood relief funding, communications, emergency communications equipment, and, of course, an early warning system.
Fox's Mike Tobin. 27 construction workers and 4 more who went in to help are all safely out of a tunnel that collapsed in Los Angeles. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why are there so many firefighters and cops on Indianapolis's west side this morning? Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 90 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02. A car was submerged underwater for a time this morning in a retention pond not far from I-465 and Rockville Road. IMPD says that somebody called in to tell them about this at around 5:30. They say the call came in as a hit and run. Divers were seen going into the pond, but there's no word on whether somebody was actually in the car. IMPD says they're pulling the car out of the water and that this call came in as a hit and run, and they believe somebody stole the car and drove it into the water. But again, there's no word on whether somebody is in the car. A cold case that sat unsolved for about 30 years in Hamilton County is finally headed to trial, but the man charged said that he didn't commit the murder. He just helped get rid of the body. Thomas Anderson Jr. is accused of killing 24-year-old Tony Bledsoe back in 92. At a pretrial hearing yesterday, prosecutors said a grand jury looked at the case once before, but that it did not result in an indictment. Anderson's attorney asked for more time. The judge agreed, and now the trial date is set for January 12th of 26. A homeless man formerly charged with attempted murder on Wednesday in Monroe County. Here's John Herrick.
Police say it was Jerry Jackson who shot 2 people in a residential subdivision back on June 18th in Bloomington. An arrest warrant was issued 2 days later, and he was arrested on Wednesday and had his initial court hearing. The man and woman he's accused of shooting are both expected to recover from their injuries. While police say they don't have an exact motive for this, they do believe it was a targeted incident. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Governor Mike Braun says he wants Indiana to become a national leader in nuclear energy, even though the state doesn't currently have a single nuclear energy power plant. On Wednesday, Braun held a ceremonial signing for 6 new energy-related bills, all part of what he's calling a push to unleash Indiana's energy production. Residents in Bloomington are seeing that their water looks a little bit different. Johnette Cruz explains.
Many Bloomington residents are raising questions about their tap water as calls about discolored water and sediment spike. The City of Bloomington Utilities confirms the issue, attributing it to seasonal changes and unusually high water levels in Monroe Reservoir. These conditions are stirring up natural minerals from deeper parts of the lake. While the water might look unappetizing, CBU assures the public that for short-term low exposure, these minerals do not pose a health risk. They're not regulated as primary contaminants by the EPA. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And a quick update on that submerged vehicle. IMPD tells us that nobody was in the car. It's a mangled mess, and it's being towed away from the scene. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
It's happening, Ryan. Seeing a crash right in the middle of eastbound 70 between State Road 39 and State Road 267. Right now, the left lane is blocked. And traffic is jammed up, not quite to State Road 39, but enough to make a 22-minute delay if you're coming in eastbound 70, say from Cloverdale into Indianapolis. That's going to create a 22-minute delay on that interstate if you choose not to reroute. Look at northbound 65 before the south split. That's a crash on the right shoulder, slowing us down past Raymond Street. Northbound 65, slow off the flyover ramp out to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drinks. Speedy rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm forecasting a hot and humid day. Something I'm sure you're going to love.
Oh, I'm just thrilled.
I knew it. Looked into my crystal ball, and I'm like, this is a forecast Tony is going to love.
Oh, just so thrilled, overjoyed. Tell us more about this hot and humid crap sandwich thing you got going on here.
It is, yes. Sunny skies today, hot and humid, just a slight chance of an isolated afternoon shower, highs near 87. Partly cloudy, mild and muggy tonight, low 69. On Friday, sunny skies, hot and humid again, a few isolated showers possible with highs near 90. And incredibly humid over the weekend. Highs will be in the upper 80s. A good chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday and a chance of showers on Sunday.
Huh. That's just great.
Yes.
Yes. Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
That was weird. You know that was weird, right?
In.
That was weird. Yes. That was basically what you did right there.
That is correct.
That is correct. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That should be the name of the show. That is correct.
Yes, I like that name.
So you did it again. You did it again. Oh, this is awesome. This could be a new thing. We have to, Carl, isolate that. We're going to use that in the future. I got to run.
Okay,
I got official
bye-bye.
work to do. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:07. So as you heard from Ryan Hedrick in the WIBC newsroom, there's a desire to go nuclear. Nuclear energy in Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. So good to be here. Good to be with you. You find everything I do at TonyKatz.com. Super easy, super simple. So, not President Trump, Governor Braun, announcing his quest to, quote, unleash Indiana's energy production and deploy nuclear power. The story over at Fox 59. Braun embracing nuclear energy, calling it a clean, carbon-free, always-on workhorse for energy generation. So, according to Senate Enrolled Act 423, we're going to establish a modular nuclear reactor pilot program. What makes this interesting is a commentary that took place over there on Fox Business by the EPA administrator, Lee Zeldin.
Protect the environment and grow the economy. The American public voted for that too. And it's important for us to help increase baseload power. When President Trump called me up asking me to take this position, he was rattling off like 15 different specific things he wanted us to be working on here at EPA. And it had a lot to do beyond just clean air, land, and water for all Americans, which President Trump talks about. It's unleashing energy dominance, advancing cooperative federalism, permitting reform, making America the AI capital of the world, bringing back and protecting American auto jobs. This is the Trump mandate, and we're going to deliver on it. We need more baseload power. And I come from a state like New York, as you know, Larry, where in a state like that, they won't approve new pipelines. They ban the safe extraction of natural gas. They won't allow gas hookups on new construction. Yep. They set these climate dates, these goals that won't be met. And the only way to even try to meet those dates of those climate goals cause extreme economic pain for people who can least afford it. Well, if you want to say so New York goes or so California goes, so goes the rest of the country, well, that's going to scare the heck out of the rest of the country because there's a reason why these two states lead the whole country in out-migration. In many cases, it's bad economic policy.
So nuclear power is a conversation of economic policy, but I think more to the argument here is that you're having the EPA even get behind this idea. And possibly this is an in tandem piece in conversation. This has been a push. Now, for the record, I like the idea of nuclear energy, and I always have. And I think Europe was foolhardy at best to push away from it. And that's me being kind. We have to ask, if we're going to ask the question, how do we power the future, we have to answer the question. And if the answer to the question is, well, you know, solar and windmills, we aren't going to power anything. Windmills will not power anything. Solar will not power anything. Some things will. I don't applaud every move from Mike Braun. Some of these moves make no sense, and he hasn't sold me in the slightest. Nuclear, I think, is a direction we should be looking at. I like the move here. Let's see how this goes down the line. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation. You've been trying to stay cool during the dog days of summer, but if your windows are old and drafty, that might be hard to do. If the summer heat is seeping into your home and your utility bills keep rising, your windows could be the culprit. Save yourself from another month of discomfort by replacing your windows today with Window Nation. Right now, you can get 50% off all windows, plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. You heard that right. When you choose Window Nation to replace your windows, you won't pay any interest until 2030. Details at windownation.com.
And did I mention they'll get the job done in 1 day or less? Their installation crews have over a decade of experience, so you can feel comfortable knowing your windows are installed right the first time. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to procrastinate another day if I found a window company this good. Do not miss out on Window Nation's biggest deal of the year. 50% off all window styles right now. And remember, that comes with 0 interest until 2030. 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION, or visit windownation.com.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott says only the best will do when it's your reputation on the line.
We want to install something that's high quality so we can move on to the next job. The way we install it is high quality, and the equipment that we use is high quality. So when I shop for something to sell, American Standard was there. It was just the highest quality there is.
In Boone and Hamilton County, call 765-601-1461 for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is looking for drivers to serve out of their Indianapolis location. They're currently accepting applications for both CDL and non-CDL drivers. Quality Supply and Tool offers competitive pay to qualified applicants. Please contact Brian Myers for more information at 317-690-2016. That's Brian Myers at Quality Supply and Tool, 317-690-2016. 317-690-2016.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
South side, northbound 65 crash at Raymond on the outside shoulder, no delay. Northbound 65 a little bit slow after Southport Road 2465 because of construction. Hendricks County, eastbound 70 crash about 3.5 miles after State Road 39. It blocks the left lane and stops traffic back to State Road 39, a 17-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Looking for a job in the logistics or supply chain industries? Connect with dozens of local businesses at your Express Employment Professionals. Location at expresspros.com. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16. Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, that basement, it could actually be a part of the house, with Booher. With over 20 years of serving Central Indiana, they've seen some really interesting projects, but they haven't seen yours yet. Let them take the experience that they've received, they have built, they have grown, they have cultivated, and utilize it right where you need it most. For that kitchen and getting you the countertop space or the cabinet space or creating a whole new workflow, a bathroom that actually works for you and your growing family. And, of course, what you could do with that basement. Perhaps a home theater, maybe something else. If it's in your four walls, Booher Remodeling is the only call. They work with the very, very best people. They work with the very best materials. They stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. And they deliver quality work. Booher Remodeling delivers it on time. And they have a service-oriented attitude. I've used Booher Remodeling, and it's been an incredible experience. Talk to them today about your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. What are you trying to get done? Booher can help. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. Sorry, people in the chat room being silly. A nuclear reactor in Hamilton County? Come on, Tony, you're smarter than that. That's not an argument, kitten. You got to do better. You got to do better if you want to play the game. The popcorn moment, it's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. We're talking about nuclear power in Indiana. You're right. Hamilton County probably won't have any nuclear power. Does that mean that we shouldn't have it in the state of Indiana? It probably won't end up in Hamilton County. What is that? And first of all, why not? I know what people are going to say. I'm just saying that I don't leave it out of any conversation. Why shouldn't we look at these things? I mean, that's a backwards and strange and to me awkward argument that's being made. We should be looking at everything. We should be looking at how we build and how we grow. Power is going to matter. You don't want to rely on oil? Okay, what about this? Oh, this isn't good either? Dear Lord, I'm not interested in living by candlelight, kitten. Not interested at all. I'm interested in things that work. And the redundancies on nuclear power have shown to be outrageously effective. We'll leave it there. We'll move on to some other subjects because I don't want to upset you too much, kitten. I said that I was going to get into what's going on with Pete Hegseth, and I think that the long knives are out for the Secretary of Defense. I'll save that for 7:45. This is a conversation about Medicaid between Scott Jennings at CNN and Richie Torres, the congressman. Now, Richie Torres is on the left. I disagree with Congressman Torres on about a great number of things. where he has been simply sensational in that he won't bow down to the pressure of the squad or progressives, is the conversation of Israel, and conversations of free speech, and saying that you should not be abused because of who you are if you're walking across a college campus. I ended up having this conversation yesterday on Newsmax, and I wrote to the host to be like, hey, I didn't mean to get us off topic here, but everything relates back to being prepared for the fight. Part of why people get pushed around is because they don't push back. Isn't that what we always say about the bully? You got to hit the bully right in the nose. Well, here you have all of these people attacking you if you're Jewish, right? We saw this on college campuses everywhere. Where's the pushback? There was yesterday people who were arrested at JFK Airport waving Palestinian flags. JFK Airport had to issue a travel warning because of these anti-Semites. You got to push back on these people. You have to be able to push back and let the chips fall where they may. They are violent people who want to destroy Western civilization. You got to stand up. You got to push back. And that means getting physical with the bully. And I believe in being well prepared. Buy guns, buy ammo, get trained. I talk about synagogues. I talk about churches. I talk about these things constantly. I brought it up again. I think I was a little off where the host was going, but it's still an imperative. Well, part of this must be outrageously difficult when you have to stand up against your own party and say your bigotry is just wrong. And I applaud Richie Torres, the congressman from New York, for doing just that. It doesn't mean I agree with him on everything. Which brings this back and forth between Scott Jennings and Richie Torres on CNN, where Scott Jennings is very clear, calling the congressman a liar.
It's unpopular at all to try to reform an entitlement program, to save it for the people who need it, to keep illegal aliens from getting welfare benefits they shouldn't be getting, to encourage people to go to work. I don't think these things should be shied away from by Republicans.
None of that is true. First of all, I think Medicaid...
It's exactly true. It's exactly what's in the bill.
Federal law prohibits undocumented immigrants
then why are
from receiving Medicaid benefits.
On it? Why are
That's a figment of your imagination.
It's a figment of the CBO's documents.
Let me explain the facts.
It's in the CBO documents.
I'll explain the facts.
Is it or not?
Let me explain. It's not, actually.
No, you are lying.
No, that is not. It is not true.
Okay, hang on a second.
Inventing facts out there. So Medicaid...
And then Jennings turns into that side camera and just saying he's lying. He's lying. Directly to a congressman on a show like that, you got to feel that you've now built a credibility that you can say things. The show has become a very important piece of conversation in that it is, again, in the same way, and this time it was standing up to Richie Torres regarding what is and isn't in legislation, what is actually happening, what are talking points versus, what are facts. And I'm thrilled to see it. And it's the kind of thing that I do like to share with you, because none of that is easy. It's not easy on TV. It's not easy when you're on the college campus, and it's not easy in your own life. Dear Lord, how many times do we discuss what it's like around the Thanksgiving table? How many of you stay silent because, you don't want to upset mom or grandma, or, Uncle Jimmy's just going to lose his mind, and they can talk all the politics they want, and you can't say anything. And I have argued that you're not even supposed to go to that Thanksgiving. That's not a place that you should be. You absolutely shouldn't treat yourself like that. But and sit there and take the abuse. I don't think you have to yell and scream and all the rest, but you have to be able to speak your mind, and you have to be able to be around people who are okay with that, even if they disagree with you. And they're going to get rough and tumble and whatever. Certainly if it's a family, I got to go. Or you got to be willing. It's extremely important that what Scott Jennings is doing here, I know it's a weird kind of parallel, but I think it's the same one. Because you deal with this in different parts of your life. But to hear Congressman Torres' answer and the response.
Hold on, guys. You're talking about state program.
Medicaid is the most popular program after Social Security and Medicare. So $1 trillion cut to Medicaid, which is what Republicans just did, is not only bad morals and bad economics, it's bad politics. Medicaid is actually more popular than you, Scott Jennings. It has 70% approval rating among Republicans.
How do you know what my approval
More than
rating
80% among independents, more than 90% among Democrats. It's political suicide for Republicans
I think
to
it's
get
political
Medicaid.
suicide to come on as a member of Congress and lie about what the CBO
So the majority of people who benefit from Medicaid are senior citizens and those with disabilities. Almost all Medicaid funding goes toward the elderly, the disabled, children, and working adults.
That's who it's for.
And that's
it's not for illegals.
And those are the people for whom it principally benefits.
You'll see how Richie Torres changed the subject. No one's debating whether or not it's popular, though I don't know if I totally agree with the numbers, but I'll go with it. But should you be getting this if you're here illegally? And to say it isn't happening, and to the Scott Jennings' point, the CBO says it is happening, that was the subject. You see how the subject moved? I think it's a very informative piece right there. Maybe I'm the only one. I'm going to break it down further. I think there's a lot in here about how you handle oneself and how you focus on the subject and how other people, when they have lost the plot, will change the subject. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
South side, northbound 65, stop and go traffic. Southport Road up to 465 because of road construction. And in Hendricks County, good morning, everybody. Looking at Monrovia and Mooresville, eastbound 70 is stopped right now from State Road 39 for 3.5 miles after that interchange. That's because of a crash blocking the left lane, delayed 25 minutes. If you're in a hurry, maybe consider using US 40 instead. North side, westbound 465, slow 31. Over to Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
This afternoon on the Hammer and Nigel show, I've got the Epstein list. I'm just kidding. Nobody's got it, apparently, and that's ridiculous. We do have Rob Kendall off the rails, though. 93 WIBC.
Guys, you need to be cool. You need to be cool because it's the only way to be happy. And right now, if you're sitting in a house that can't cool down because of the heat outside, you can be happy. Just talk to Masters Heating and Cooling. It's very easy to do. Call Masters right now, 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you and talk to them about your new AC unit. Right now, you can get $1,000 off a new AC system. We're talking about a full system replacement here. And they've got great deals on water heaters as well. $100 off electric, $250 off a hybrid, $500 off a tankless system. And they've got 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchases. Restrictions apply. Call for details. The guys at Masters Heating and Cooling will take great care of you. They've done so for me. They've replaced systems. They've serviced the system. And, man, my house is amazing. Fantastic. You know I've got rules. I do keep it a bit chilly. You do, too. Talk to Masters today. And also, that 24/7 service, just in case anything goes wrong. Fantastic. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling, 567-9505, or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models. Approved credit. Plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432. Tacoma model 7540. 36 months. $29.99 due. Zero security. 10,000 annual miles. 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
Get ready to hit the links. The golf outing presented by Franciscan Health is almost ready to tee off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Course in Franklin. It's more than a round of golf. It's for a great cause. Proceeds benefit the Franciscan Health Foundation. Franciscan Health will host free cancer screenings on site, and you'll also find a silent auction, longest drive competition, and more. Be proactive about your health and get some swings in. It's a great excuse to take a day off work. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband, and he lost weight, and his cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend lost 20 pounds her first 2 months.
What are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Seminars Thursday, July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30, stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m., stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Several federal agents are suspended. Your radar is clear at 70 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 90 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. 6 Secret Service agents who were protecting then presidential candidate Donald Trump during an assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, have been suspended.
Nearly 1 year after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, some critics are still asking why there was not a proper overwatch on that roof near the stage. The 6 Secret Service agents that have been reportedly suspended for the blown coverage, they were not fired. The deputy director defended the agency's decision not to sack anyone. Quote, "We aren't going to fire our way out of this. We're going to focus on the root cause and fix the deficiencies that put us in that situation. Secret Service is totally accountable for Butler." Trump's assassin killed 50-year-old former Fire Chief Corey Comparatori.
And that's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting. In Texas, 170 people are still missing after last week's flooding. The number of people killed has now risen to 120. And among the unaccounted for are 5 campers and a counselor swept away near the Guadalupe River. Early this morning, a crash along I-465 southbound near Sam Jones Expressway killed somebody who was on a motorcycle. State police say that a car slammed into a wall, and then moments later, the person on that motorcycle collided with the back of that car. The crash is still being looked into. Assisting a criminal and negligent of a dependent are some of the charges faced by a woman in Indianapolis.
While responding to a large disturbance involving more than 50 people on Meadows Way last Thursday, Indianapolis police say the sound of gunshots led officers to a man shot in a parking lot blocks away. Police then tracked a blood trail to an apartment where they found an armed juvenile. This woman, Candace Strayhorn, was inside that apartment with 6 other juveniles. Police say she's the legal guardian of at least one of them and arrested her for neglect.
And that's Wish TV's Tim Spears reporting. And Tesla robo-taxis may soon be rolled out in San Francisco.
Elon Musk says Tesla will expand its robo-taxi service in the San Francisco Bay Area in a month or two. Posting on X Wednesday, Musk said the timing depends on regulatory approvals. If approved, Tesla's driverless Model Ys would begin operating in an area where Alphabet-owned Waymo robo-taxis have been providing service for several years. Musk added during a Q&A with users on X that Tesla will expand its robotaxi service in the Austin, Texas area this weekend. It launched that test service last month. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever lost to the Golden State Valkyries Wednesday afternoon, 80-61. Caitlin Clark returning from the injury that she has had for the past several games. A left groin strain, said the team just didn't get it done.
Those are the things that just can't happen. So, it's every single person on our team, and, nobody played well today. And, you should look yourself in the mirror and find ways where you can get better and come back to practice tomorrow and then play again on Friday.
All right, the Fever play next against Atlanta on Friday at home. In Cincinnati last night.
Balls like that. That's by the dive of Hernandez all the way to the wall. Friedel scores. Another double opposite way for De La Cruz.
On the FanDuel Sports Network, the Cincinnati Reds broke a 4-game losing skid with a 7-2 win over the Miami Marlins. The Indiana Pacers open up Summer League play today in Vegas against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Phoenix Suns guard Devin Booker inks a 2-year, $145 million extension. And Frank Layden, the former Utah Jazz coach and GM, is dead at the age of 93. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the Go and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What do you got going on, Matt Bear?
Hendricks County is what we got going on, Ryan. It's eastbound 70 crash about 3.5 miles after State Road 39. And right now, the crash is blocking, checking this out on the camera here at the moment. Crash is blocking the left lane, stopping traffic back to the State Road 39 interchange. Delay time of 26 minutes added to your travel time. Construction zone, south side, slow on northbound 65 Southport Road up to the south split. There is a crash northbound 65 after Raymond Street, blocking the outside shoulder, so that's adding to our slowdown there. And then we see westbound 70 slow after Rural through the north split out to Meridian Penn. Inbound 69 stop and go from 106th Street to 465. Also on the north side, eastbound 465 slows from 865 over to Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window. With Dream Baths by B, bet 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1 plus a free entry door in 24 months. Same as cash with 0 interest. Trust local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matthew Bear. Right now, we've got 70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:37.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, a live shot of me having to watch The View.
Oh, God!
Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, the whole Marketplace segment, brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. It's just waiting for you. It's your money. It's not free money. It's yours. Like a last paycheck that you didn't know that you had, or a dividend you didn't know you were supposed to get, a refund. They didn't know where to send it. It's right now with the Attorney General's office. It should be with you. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Yes, on Facebook Marketplace, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Cool stuff, odd stuff, strange stuff, interesting stuff, weird stuff. I bought stuff. I've sold stuff. I've done it all. And today, I have found for your listening and viewing pleasure, Matt Bear, the electric chair Halloween.
Oh, it's a beauty.
So here's what it is. It looks like a full-size chair. Looks like the kind of chair that you would really want to strap Rob Kendall into. And it's a full-size chair, and there is like a full-size body sitting in the chair, and the guy is wearing a jacket, pants, and shoes, but he's cuffed to the chair, and he's got the hat on with the wires, and it's an electrical chair, and he is being shocked to death. Ha 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 ha! Happy Halloween, kids!
Yeah, Tony, judging by the expression on this man's face, he is definitely getting the juice right now.
Yes.
You can see the applicator lowered to his head. I don't know if the sponge is there or not, but he looks like a hardened criminal, felonious to the nth degree.
Applicators and sponges? Exactly how much do you know about electric chairs?
I know a lot, man. Have you ever... Yes.
I'm sorry, excuse me. I had the shrimp salad for breakfast.
They sound great. Have you ever...
Ooh.
Yeah, felt good. Feel better. now.
You were saying?
Yeah. Have you ever been on death row before?
Oh. Just the record label.
Okay. Yeah. You put out a great album, too. I didn't know you could rap. It's outstanding.
Oh, please.
It looks like one of those...
I'll dangle you off a balcony. I ain't shy.
We have one here. We have 3 of them here on Monument Circle. It looks like one of those carnival electric chairs that you just sit in. You put a couple of quarters in on the side. It has a little coin box off to the left. And you can pick your settings, like how much juice you want to use. This could be great fun at a party.
By the way, from now on, I want to be known as Shug Cats.
Yeah, Shug Cats.
Yeah, so this is there are people who are way too into Halloween. They clearly have a problem, and this is the kind of thing they put out there because it does have next to it like the power pole that shows how everything's working. It's great, and the guy is screaming. It's messed up.
I just had the best idea ever for Halloween. You put him on your porch.
Okay, Carl. Carl.
You
Stop it. All right.
Going along with the electric.
No. Sometimes less is more. Whew. Go ahead.
I can't. I was just going to say, since his mouth is wide open, you just put him on your porch. You can put the candy inside the mouth, and kids say trick or treat, just pull like a Snickers out of his mouth. You know.
Yeah. I regret posting this.
I think it's a great item.
Matt Bear, you can get this fine piece of work, the electric chair with the switch box, for $225.
Oh, wow, no. No, I don't want it that bad.
This is how I know you're not a suburban homeowner.
Whoa! I mean, if you click on the actual link, this thing moves. The guy moves while he's getting cooked. He's got a shimmy to him. He's using his hips.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting cooked. I'm going to die, but I'm having a good time doing it.
Right.
Yeah, baby. Oh, man, he's got to go. He's got a little sugar loaf in the background right now. A little sugar loaf. Don't call me. We'll call you.
So are you in for this life-sized Halloween decoration, the dancing electric chair, gonna be dead guy for $225?
No, I'm not. I'm going to retire someday. So I just can't. I mean, this would be fun, like if you lived in Carmel and you had a gated neighborhood and everybody knew you were going to see silly, expensive things when you walk up the mile-and-a-half driveway and get your Snickers bar and your gold-minted Hershey bars. But for somebody like me who lives on a balcony, no, I can't.
Our Hershey bars are not gold-minted.
Yes, they are. You got a golden ticket in each one of them. You get to go to, instead of the chocolate factory, you go to the Palladium.
You know what? You're ridiculous.
No, I'm right.
Like anybody in Carmel would eat a Hershey bar. Our chocolate comes from Dubai. Bitch, please.
Right. Sorry,
what are you
my
even?
Bad. No, my mistake.
Yeah, and that's why you live in Indianapolis. Enjoy Mass Ave.
Little Mr. Bottle Works making fun of Carmel.
I'd like to apologize to the people of Carmel for having to hear such filth.
Yeah.
Hershey's chocolate.
I know. It's Godiva up here.
I swear you don't even know these people.
No, I don't.
I don't know if you're welcome.
It's been about 30 years since I've been in Carmel, I think.
Well, that's okay. 31 was fine, too. It's on the marketplace. Check it out for yourself, the electric chair Halloween, and we'll have it, of course, listed at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's hot out there. The weather's hot.
It's really hot.
But the headlines, they are even hotter.
Massive precision strikes.
This was about being clandestine and the nuclear capability of Iran.
The news of the day is heating up.
Things have gotten super hot out there.
Iran is run by homicidal maniac crazy people.
Stay cool.
Angry at the basketball gods.
Stay informed.
This isn't the way that it was supposed to go down.
Stay with 93 WIBC.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Hey, listen to this. All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Looking at northbound 65 south side, crash at Raymond Shoulder Block. Traffic stop and go back to Keystone Avenue, delayed 4 minutes. Eastbound 70 in Hendricks County is tore up right now. We have a crash about 3.5 miles after State Road 39. It has the left lane blocked. And traffic is jammed back to State Road 39. Delay is softened a little bit. It's at 17 minutes. It's still a long time. Looking at westbound 70, slow after rural over the flyover to Meridian Penn. Inbound 65, slow from 29th to West Street. Northbound 465, northwest side, stop and go 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69, stop and go for a 5-minute delay from 106 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with our best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
70 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for LD Smith Plumbing. Joining me now is really the head of the whole company. Lance thinks he's the boss, but it's really not. It's Jennifer. You're the proud mother of LD Smith Plumbing, whether you want the job or not. How much fun is it to see those 5-star reviews?
It is the best. We love to review those with the guys. To see their smiling faces and know that we have done such a good job in the field is just priceless. My goal is always to make their day a little bit easier. For any plumbing issue, it's ldsmithplumbing.com.
It's Andy Moore's Summer Tent Sale in Avon. 4 days only, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. You'll find more savings, more selection, more than 1,000 used cars priced to move, plus our lowest lease deals of the summer. Shop Andy Moore, Avon, Nissan, Kia, Toyota, and Volkswagen, all packed under one tent on Rockville Road, East US Highway 36. Get more for your money, only at Andy Moore Avon and online at andymore.com.
Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy.
News doesn't wait, and neither should you. Breaking news updates, local headlines, and statewide coverage are always available at WIBC.com. When the news moves fast, we will too. Stay in the know while you're on the go with WIBC.com.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are the long knives out for Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense? I do not believe so. I believe that there are definitely those people who want to see Hegseth removed. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I think they've never liked him, and I think this interview with Tom Tillis, the outgoing senator from North Carolina, speaks to that in great measure.
I need to set the record straight on Hegseth. I had already informed my conference that I was going to defer to the Senate Armed Services vote. If he got a unanimous vote out of Senate Armed Services, then I was going to defer to them. I was on that committee for several Congresses. But then there was that allegation that came out on that Sunday. It was net new information. I complete my due diligence. And so I interviewed a number of people. I was called over to the White House on the Thursday night asking me to vote for him. I said, I may. The vote's not till tomorrow. I've still got to complete my due diligence. And quite honestly, there were conversations that I had on Friday that made me put this allegation in the same category as the other ones that I'd worked on before he was confirmed. Now,
these allegations, he was drinking, a host of other things, they didn't seem to move Tom Tillis, but now...
So you don't regret it, but if you had to do it again today, you probably wouldn't vote yes?
I think based on the information I have today, if all I had was the information on the day of the vote, I'd certainly vote for him again. But now I have the information of him being a manager, and I don't think that his probationary period's been very positive.
He's talking to Jake Tapper there. I find this to be a very cheap interview because the people of North Carolina, Tom Tillis, if they had to vote today, probably wouldn't vote for you either. So the argument is very suspect. But this conversation about Secretary Hegseth as a manager, well, I don't think we have a full picture yet. If you ask me, does it look bad if he indeed signed off on not sending the weapons to Ukraine when President Trump did not want that to be the case? He wanted the weapons sent. Yeah, absolutely. But you take a look at how the entire operation happened with the bombing of Iran and the nuclear facilities at Fordow and Esfahan and at Natanz, and that was pretty exemplary, and no leaks. So the idea that somehow one thing means his management is in question, and therefore he is in question, I think is an awkward stance. And I think this is once again a media push. And being led by Jake Tapper there on CNN as it is, I give it no credence. If you were to say to me that you think Trump is angry with Hegseth for the embarrassment of pausing the arms shipment to Ukraine, well, that's very possible. I could go there with you all day. I think that's different than Trump saying, okay, I can't have you here anymore. I don't think we're at that stage. That's my take right now. So I think that the long knife conversation is one that is a media-built one, not one from internal. That's far different than where we are in Jerome Powell. He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and the long knives are out for Jerome Powell. So much so that you have Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary. He is getting even more aggressive about the need to cut rates. And it's the first time that I've read that President Trump is considering Scott Bessent to be the new Fed chair. Oh, well, that's interesting. Would you rather be Fed chair than Secretary of the Treasury? Well, you'd have more independence as Fed chair. You could set more policy that way as Fed chair. You have more opportunity to be independent as Fed chair than Secretary of Treasury. You could set more policy. You would wield a different level of power. So that's interesting. I don't know. He would consider replacing Bessent with, et cetera. We're going to move Lutnick into that position from Commerce. I don't know how I feel about that at all. I don't know how the markets feel about that. Bessent is seen as very much the adult in the room. But if you are Jerome Powell, you got to know that this is going to happen. Interest rates have not been cut. Everybody feels inflation is down enough to cut them. Trump wants multi-% cuts. I'd keep your eyes on that because this seems like a fait accompli at this stage of the game. Not saying it will be, just seems it. Matt Barrett's got traffic.
Looking at eastbound 70 crash clear about 3.5 miles after State Road 39. That's gone, and we have a jailbreak going on. Traffic's clearing out. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or pay much. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is just a heads up. The Social Security Administration just announced they're now projected to run out of money 1 year earlier than expected. Your benefits could be cut by as much as 23%, and the average person could lose more than $100,000 in lifetime income. Discover how you could get every penny that's rightfully yours with a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy.
So, if you've saved more than $200,000 but have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now. Just call 317-648-5120. This is not some off-the-shelf report. This is a customized analysis that could help you get every penny out of your Social Security. And it's free. Call Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Gotta love summertime. It's for enjoying outdoor music and vacations, and our pals at AAA Hoosier Motor Club can help you save on both. AAA is now the official travel partner of Ruoff Music Center, and AAA members are going to enjoy some big-time benefits. Early entry into concerts, access to the AAA Premier Lounge. Can't wait to go see Chris Stapleton this summer.
Concerts at Ruoff, always a good time, always a fun time. Same with going on a vacation. And AAA members save with access to hotel discounts, rental car discounts, and a lot more, along with complimentary travel planning. Plus, if you run into trouble on the road, AAA has you covered. Flat tire, dead battery, run out of gas. AAA is there 24/7, 365, no matter where your travels take you. So do yourself a favor. Join AAA today. AAA.com, 844-GO-AAA-GO, or stop by your local AAA office.
Looking for a cozy spot to relax, work, or grab your coffee to go? LC Coffee House in Noblesville, Indiana has you covered. Try our indulgent affogato, a sweet blend of espresso and ice cream, or sample our coffee flights to discover your perfect brew. In a rush, our drive-thru is ready to serve you fast and fresh. Need a space to collaborate? We offer meeting rooms perfect for co-working. Whether you're grabbing a quick drink or spending the day with us, LC Coffee House is the place to be.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, save an extra 25% off all in-stock outdoor furniture. Sleep up to 10 degrees cooler and the lowest price guaranteed on every mattress. And save up to 50% off Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and lift chairs. Plus, we pay your sales tax and deliver it all for free. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Road trip!
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, a cold case is finally going to trial. What the governor is saying about an executive order that he signed months ago, and why the Indiana Fevers say there's lots of room to improve after yesterday's game, and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Prayers in Texas. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. It's day 7 of the search for everyone missing since flash floods hit central Texas. More than 170 people are reported missing. At least 120 are dead. There's a prayer vigil at a high school football stadium in Kerrville.
As the search continues in Kerr County, Texas, for those still missing from last week's deadly floods, a crowd gathered at Antler Stadium on Wednesday night to remember the more than 120 people who died in the catastrophe. A local youth pastor spoke to those on hand, many wearing green ribbons, the color for Camp Mystic, where at least 27 campers and counselors died.
Our communities were struck with tragedy literally in the darkness, in the middle of the night.
Officials say 5 campers and 1 counselor remain unaccounted for. President Trump plans to visit the state tomorrow. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Suspensions are announced for 6 Secret Service agents over failures before the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania last July. The man accused of trying to kill Donald Trump at his golf club in Florida in September, Ryan Ruth, has a federal court hearing today about his request for new public defenders. The president confirms a new tariff on copper imports kicking in August 1st.
The president announced a new 50% tariff on copper imports. He wrote this: I'm announcing a 50% tariff on copper effective August 1st, 2025, after receiving a robust national security assessment. Copper is necessary for semiconductors, aircraft, and even hypersonic weapons, of which we are building many. Copper is the second most used material by the Department of Defense.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. 2 people are reported killed, 16 injured in a Russian drone and missile attack hitting Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, overnight. The United Nations reports at least 232 civilians were killed, more than 1,300 wounded in Russian attacks in Ukraine last month. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
After 30 years, a murder case is finally headed to trial. Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 83 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02. A murder case that's been cold for more than 30 years in Hamilton County is finally headed to trial. But the man that is charged in the case said that he didn't kill anybody. He just helped to get rid of the body. Thomas Anderson Jr., accused of killing 24-year-old Tony Bledsoe back in 92. At a hearing on Wednesday, prosecutors say that a grand jury tried to look at the case once before, but it didn't lead to any charges. Anderson's attorney asked for more time to get ready, so the judge moved the trial to January 12th of 26. Governor Mike Braun released a progress report on Wednesday outlining the changes that he's made with DEI since his executive order took hold at the beginning of the year.
That's diversity, equity, and inclusion for what they're calling merit, excellence, and innovation. Braun says it's all about creating a level playing field for Hoosiers. His report highlights hundreds of DEI initiatives in state government programs, freeing up taxpayer dollars and opening up grants. You can check out the full report on WIBC.com. Jake McDaniel, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
The average price for gas is $3.01 this morning. That's across Indianapolis's gas buddy. That's down 10 cents from where it was at the beginning of the week. Some people are noticing their water looks a little bit different. Here's Johnette Cruz.
If you're in Bloomington and noticing cloudy or tinted tap water, you're not alone. The City of Bloomington Utilities reports an increase in calls about discolored water and sediment on filters. They say it's mainly due to seasonal changes in high water levels in Monroe Reservoir, which stir up natural minerals. While your water might look a bit off, CBU assures these minerals pose no health risk for short-term low exposure and are not regulated as primary contaminants. They're actively adjusting their treatment processes, flushing hydrants, and monitoring the system. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you're not playing the Powerball in Indiana, maybe you should. A new study out this morning says Indiana ranks in the top 5 for most likely to win it big because Hoosiers since 1994 have won $6.4 billion in the game. Smaller northeastern states like Rhode Island, New Hampshire led the list, while southern states like Mississippi are near the bottom for winning. The Indiana Fever played the Golden State Valkyries Wednesday afternoon, and it did not go well.
The Fever shot just 31% for the game and were outscored 20-9 in the second quarter on their way to an 80-61 loss at Gainbridge Fieldhouse to Golden State. Fever guard Caitlin Clark said things got away from them quickly.
The offense, I think, for us, it starts on defense, and we struggled scouting report-wise. We struggled personnel. We struggled to do what the coaches asked of us.
All things she says can't happen. It was her first game back after missing the last 5 because of a groin injury. With a record of 9-10, the Fever tried to bounce back Friday night when they faced the Atlanta Dream. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside northbound 65, stop and go traffic through construction. South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Southbound 65, 70 slow from the north split down to the south split because of construction. Delay just 2 minutes right now. Eastside northbound 465, slow off 70 up to Penn Pike. Southbound lanes dragging from 70 down to Washington Street. On the north side, westbound 465, slow roll from 31 to Michigan Road. Eastbound lanes packed from A65 to 31 Meridian. And inbound 69 slow from 96th Street down to 82nd. Crash clear Hendricks County eastbound 70 after State Road 39. Traffic is cleared out as well. Medical emergency on eastbound 70 past Sherman. That's blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for lots of sunshine today. It's going to be warm and humid. Just a slight chance of an isolated afternoon shower, but I think most of us are going to be dry. 87 degrees today. Partly cloudy, mild and muggy tonight. Lows will fall to 69. And on Friday, sunny, hot and humid. A better chance for a few spotty showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs on Friday near 90. Oppressive humidity over the weekend. Upper 80s on Saturday with some showers and thunderstorms possible. And then a chance of showers on Sunday with highs near 86.
Tara Hastings, good work. Terrible forecast, but good work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Sometimes you got to deliver the heavy. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not all joy and candy bars and all. No, sometimes it's rough and tumble and just racist nasty.
Wait a minute.
What?
You need
too
a
close
freeze
to home?
pop. You need a freeze pop.
I need a freeze pop?
Yeah, or popsicle, whatever you guys call them.
Well, wait, is there a difference? Is the freeze pop the one that's like in the long tube and you slowly work it up?
Yes.
What were those? What were those called?
Like the push pops?
No. I'm talking about like it's basically sugar water and you kept it frozen and then it liquefied quick as opposed to a popsicle, which is also sugar water, but stayed icy longer.
Oh. I thought they were interchangeable.
I don't know.
Or is it like a brand, like tissue versus Kleenex kind of thing? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. My kids love them, and I just throw them right at them. I'm like, go ahead, take them.
What, tissues? You just throw Kleenex right at your kids all the time? You enjoy. Oh, is that what you do? Leave me alone.
Yes.
Mommy had a
Yes,
busy
whenever
day
they're
of getting
cranky.
the weather wrong. Just eat some sugar and shut it.
Yes.
Shut
That's
it, you
exactly what I
children's.
do. Are you judging my parenting?
You yapping minions, you. Do you refer to them as yapping minions?
I do not.
Okay.
No. That would be.
no,
that might be in my vocabulary.
I am not judging your parenting skills at all. I've never seen you be a parent. But if I were to observe for a day, then I would judge.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Fair.
Well, I haven't been invited to the pool yet. Matt Bear has.
Yes.
Matt's been
Yes.
invited to the pool to lounge and to have the snacks, and I have not been invited just yet.
Well, here's your invitation now. Come on over.
Not going to do it. You're going to throw freeze pops at me, and I don't want the diabetes.
That's right.
Right.
You can't get
Very
diabetes from freeze pops, don't you?
You can too get diabetes from freeze pops, Matt Bear.
Where's the medicine? Where's the science?
What do you mean, where's the science?
Yeah.
Should we take a look at the sugar content?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. You can get sugar-free freeze pops everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
not
what
even a
about the,
thing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's like Pedialyte freeze pops.
That's a great idea.
All right, now I've seen enough. You are a terrible parent. That's all it took.
So rude.
Pedialyte freeze pops?
Yes.
God, how much do you hate your kids? What is that?
She's a good parent.
Now, wait, do you make them yourselves? Like, do you pour them into the ice cube tray and then put the sticks in, or do you
wait a
buy
minute.
them?
That's too much. No.
Oh, that's too much.
Yes.
Okay. Going old school is too much.
Yes. I don't have time for that.
Fancy Bargersville, Tara Hastings.
That's right. That is me.
I'm a professional
Yes.
woman on a busy schedule. I don't have time to make my own freeze pops.
Correct.
Yeah, just put you in a commercial right now. Anyway, that's gross. Pedialyte freeze pops. And someone said Otter Pops. Are they referred to as Otter Pops?
Like OTTO? Auto pop? I never heard that.
There are
O-T-T-E-R.
Otter Pops.
Otter.
Yeah.
Oh, Otter Pop.
Yeah, those are
Otter
freeze
Pop.
pops as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I don't
you.
think that's what we're talking about. I'll figure it out. I got to do a radio show.
I know. I got to go.
I know. Honestly, the whole thing should just be you and me chatting. That should be the whole hour.
That should be. Yes.
It's so great. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you, Tara. 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:11. Gavin Newsom running for president, but you knew this. You were already aware of this. But he decided that the thing to do was to head down to South Carolina and press the flesh. Okay. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. If he wants to go down to South Carolina, if he wants to go into red states and red districts, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. But I must object to this idea that Gavin Newsom is a leading candidate. Gavin Newsom might be a bigger name, but I do not believe that the Democrats have at this moment a leading candidate. And also, it's 2025. Of course, people are jockeying position to run for president. I wholeheartedly understand that. We can see how that's possible. But leading candidate doesn't exist. Just doesn't. This party has no idea where it is, no idea where it's going, and I don't know where it's raising money from. The only thing I can tell you is that they are moving heaven and earth to make sure it's not Kamala Harris. And I will explain why on Tony Katz today at noon. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540. 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security. 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's going on?
East side northbound 465 stop and go traffic from Brookville Road up to Washington Street, and southbound 6570 right now. That's going to be slow because of construction from the north split past Washington Street. Westbound 70 slow into the north split, then slow onto northbound 65 at 2 Meridian Penn. North side eastbound 465 stop and go from 865 past Michigan Road over 231. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large Big Gulp drinks. Speed rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See you for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota, or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
History returns with the Brickyard 400 at the famed 2.5-mile oval, celebrating NASCAR's roots at the racing capital of the world. Brickyard weekend starts Thursday, July 24th with the Indiana Sprint Week race, with sprint cars running on the IMS dirt track for the first time ever. Saturday, July 26th, get ready for action with the NASCAR Xfinity Series Pennzoil 250. Then Sunday, July 27th, the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400, presented by PPG, returns to the oval of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Buy now and save at IMS.com.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
So let me, first things first, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Sorry, I had a little technical issue right there. No bumper music for you. As it turns out, in my conversation with Tara Hastings, a freeze pop is the thing in the tube, right? Where you'd cut it and then you'd slowly push up on it, as opposed to a push-up, which is the stick. Now, the push-up, I knew it as ice cream, not as a freeze pop, and I always knew that was a push-up. Then there's the regular popsicle. But the thing that we were talking about in the long tubes, and Twitter, I appreciate it, in the chat room, is a Mr. Freeze Pop. We are very, very focused on the important things over here. And that is how you cool yourself down in the summer, which brings me to this. There are very cool spots in Indianapolis, and I was been celebrating my 11th year at WIBC, and maybe my last. You never know. And being in Indianapolis for 11 years, and in coming here, and in moving to Indy, what is it that struck me? What is it that stood out? And one of the things that stood out that I was very surprised by was architecture. A level of history here, where the influences were coming from. That very often people are walking around downtown, walking Mass Ave, all these places, and they're always looking down. They're looking at their feet in front of them. They're not looking up. There is remarkable architecture. I mean, just the Scottish Rite alone. But all through downtown, all over Mass Ave, all over this city, there's really this incredible architecture, and some of it is like you've got those government buildings there, which is that brutalist style. And you're like, this eyesore out of nowhere, and then you've got these other things right next to it that are just absolutely glorious. And then there's the Athenaeum, which is this outrageously cool spot if you have never been. And they this weekend are doing. The event is too weird for words. It is basically serial cinema. You can go this Saturday, see a movie, and eat cereal. I didn't even know this was a thing. Why wasn't I notified? Craig Mintz joins us right now from, I'm always thinking I'm pronouncing it wrong, sir. It's Athenaeum, right?
You got it. Nailed it.
Wow. Look at me. Very, very impressive. So this is at the theater there Saturday morning, this coming Saturday, July 12th. Talk to me about what this is and its partnership with the Indie Film Fest.
Yeah, Serial Cinema has been around for many years. I started the program way back in the day as a three-way partnership between the Athenaeum, Indie Film Fest, and Newfields, the Toby. And basically this is a fun way for adults like myself to introduce our kids to these classic films we used to watch at the theaters when we were kids. And we've been doing this, like I said, for numerous years at this point, kind of carving out all the old cult classic family-friendly films so that we can kind of have a morning with our little ones, have some sugary cereal, which we like to do every once in a while, and watch great movies like The Never-Ending Story, which is what we're showing this Saturday.
So that's at the theater this Saturday. Tickets do you have to go and buy your tickets there? Or can you buy your tickets online? How does that work?
You can buy your tickets online. We always encourage you to get your tickets online, but there will be tickets available at the door as well. So a lot of times it's kind of like, what are the kids' moods like that morning? You can grab tickets at the door, no problem.
Talking to Craig Mintz. He is the Athenaeum Foundation president, and we're talking about serial cinema at the Athenaeum. It is this Saturday, starts at 10 a.m. I love that you thought of the idea. I want to discuss in practice how absolutely insane this idea is. The idea that you're going to take small children, fill them with sugar, and then ask them to sit down for 2 hours.
We say at the beginning of every show, we say you're not here for the cinematic experience. You're really here for kind of that fun moment of watching these things with your little kids. But yeah, we leave the house lights on about half so people can get up, dance around, walk around if they need to. It's really just kind of a fun experience with the little ones.
So this has been going on for how long? How many? Because this is the first I heard of it. And the minute I saw the email before the press release come out, I was like, we got to get this done. I want to hear the story. How long has this been going on? Does this raise money for Indie Film Fest? What happens there?
It's a fun partnership, like I said, between the Film Fest, Athenaeum, and the Newfields, because we toggle. So we'll do 1 month here at the Athenaeum, and then they do the following month at Newfields. And it's a fundraiser for all three. At the end of the day, it doesn't generate a lot of money. It's more of about the experience and getting people kind of out and about watching movies in theaters again. And it's been going on since 2016. We've been doing it for quite some time.
I am sorry. I like, this is one of the weird things. Like when you hear something like this, and how did you not know that it was happening? Talk to me about the foundation and the work that you do over there.
Yeah, I mean, the foundation is here to first and foremost be the stewards of the Athenaeum, making sure that, this building stands the test of time. It's a 125-year-old National Historic Landmark, and still is actively used the same way that it was back in 1894 when it opened up. We have a gym, we have a restaurant. The Turners who built this building lived under a simple motto of a sound mind and a sound body. So this building is meant to be kind of that beacon of like physical fitness, wellness, entertainment, you name it. It's done here.
Talking to Craig Mintz. He is the Athenaeum Foundation president, and you've got, of course, Serial Cinema at the theater this Saturday. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. You should check it out. You have now, you've experienced a lot. If we talk about since 2016 that you've been doing this, and you've been in charge of the foundation, you've seen boom times. You have had to guide the Athenaeum through COVID, and now you have coming out of that a whole new world. What is it that you're still trying to attract to the Athenaeum? Has it been harder to book opportunities, shows, etc.? And are the crowds coming like they used to?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crowds are definitely back. Between, the Rathskeller and the beer garden outside, to the theater, to the coffee shop, to the gym. The crowds return pretty quickly post, COVID. So we've been able to bounce back quite nicely, and probably a little bit more so than we were, 2018, 2019. I think, the notion of this kind of space in downtown proper, it's a very unique building. It's a very unique opportunity for people to interact with history in very different ways, i.e. like, going to the gym, working out, having a latte at Coat Check Coffee, having dinner at the Rathskeller, seeing a show in the theater. So it's very, very interesting and unique. And like I said, the crowds have returned.
Well, I like the crowds have returned. I've been doing a series of live performances all around. I have not considered the theater, and I think I need to consider the theater.
Yeah, you should come check it out. You come Saturday. I'll buy you a bowl of cereal. We can watch Never Ending Story, and you can see the space. My
gosh, did we just become best friends?
We did.
You want to go in the garage and work on karate? If you bring me to Step Brothers, I'm going to go all the way with the movie. Craig Mintz is his name. He is the Athenaeum Foundation president. It is Serial Cinema. Bring your kids. Go have some fun. Watch Never Ending Story. Have a good time. Check it out and check out the architecture. It's all pretty great. Craig, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. You can get more information. Athenaeum Indy, ATHEN AEUM. I know. AthenaeumIndy.org. Craig, I appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southbound 6570, stop and go traffic from the north split to the south split. Northbound 465 on the east side slows from 72 Penn Pike. Westbound 70 east side slow after rural over the flyover in the north split out to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st to visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey, and the former CIA director and former FBI director are under investigation. Jerry Lopez is in for Rob Kendall. Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You love the summer in Indy, so don't ruin it painting. Do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you can get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 10% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Fostech is the family-owned business that makes incredible firearms right here in Indiana. Fostech, created by 2 career firefighters and 1 U.S. Air Force veteran. They create special, unique firearms, American craftsmanship meeting cutting-edge technology. Their Origin 12 shotgun is the envy of the industry, and all their products are designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Visit Fostech to find a dealer near you, or follow Fostech on Facebook and Instagram at Fostech_Inc. Fostech, F-O-S-T-E-C-H, Fostech.com.
Trust employee owned. B Windows extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off, plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust your home to B.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Let's talk education. Is your child's school providing them with the knowledge and values they'll need in life? Do you worry about what they may be taught in the hallways and even in the classroom? Do you feel like they're safe when they go to school? What about things other than just academics? Is your child's school supportive of your family's beliefs? If the neighborhood school isn't the right fit for your child, you and your child have options. You can choose a school that aligns with your values. There are opportunities for your child to attend other traditional public schools, public charter schools, private school, or there's virtual or homeschool learning, whatever is best for your family. Don't settle for something that doesn't feel right. You don't have to choose between your values and their education. Make a choice. Make a change. Visit myschooloptions.org. That's myschooloptions.org.
Paid for by the Institute for Quality Education.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Texas leaders are being questioned about warning signs leading up to flooding. Your radar is clear at 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 83 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 8:31. At least 120 people are dead and more than 170 people are still missing after flooding in central Texas. This comes as Governor Greg Abbott has called for an overhaul of the state's flood warning systems.
Local officials right now, they have a lot to answer to about how they prepared for this flooding and what plans were in place. Kerr County doesn't have warning signs after years of trying and failing to install them because of funding issues. They do have Code Red. It's a system that sends emergency alerts to phones, but residents have to sign up for it. A firefighter called dispatch asking for a red alert, but it took nearly 6 hours for the county to actually send it. By then, the Guadalupe River had already risen 26 feet in just 45 minutes. Governor Greg Abbott plans to address some of these issues, including those emergency sirens in the upcoming special legislative session.
And that's Fox's Brooke Taylor in Kerr County, Texas this morning. Fox's Jackie Heinrich is at the White House. She's reporting on a base metal that's being targeted in tariffs.
The copper prices jumped 2.62% after this announcement, which sent companies scrambling, really, to import as much copper as possible ahead of this August 1st deadline. The president announced a new 50% tariff on copper imports and also a 50% duty on Brazilian goods. He wrote this: I'm announcing a 50% tariff on copper effective August 1st, 2025, after receiving a robust national security assessment. Copper is necessary for semiconductors, aircraft, and even hypersonic weapons, of which we are building many. Copper is the second most used material by the Department of Defense.
So far this year, copper prices have risen nearly 40%. A car was submerged this morning on the west side of Indianapolis near 465 and Rockville Road. As it turns out, the cops say they got a call about 5:30 for a report of a hit and run. The car was actually stolen and driven into a retention pond, and when they pulled the car out, the mangled mess, nobody was in the car, thank God. Governor Mike Braun giving an update on changes that he made earlier this year. On Wednesday, his office sent out a report on a move to replace diversity, equity, and inclusion with merit, excellence, and innovation. Braun signed an executive order back in January. He said, since that order has gone into effect, you're spending a lot less money, and people who really deserve opportunities are getting them. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Fever came up short to the Golden State Valkyries Wednesday afternoon, 80-61 the final score. Fever guard Caitlin Clark says things just fell apart.
I thought we started really well. I thought we were competitive. I thought we played with energy in the first 5 minutes. And then, when they kind of went on their first run, kind of deflated us a little bit, which I'm not really sure why.
And Clark returned from a groin injury after missing 5 games. She scored 10 points. The Fever are 9-10. They play Atlanta Friday night. The Indiana Pacers tip off Summer League play today in Las Vegas at 5 o'clock with the game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Minnesota Twins beat the Chicago Cubs 4-2. Cubs manager Craig Counsell says Minnesota has a pretty good bullpen.
It's kind of inherent that you kind of get their starters, and the first 2 days of the series we have not.
And these two teams will hook up at 1:10 for a series-ending game. And the Cincinnati Reds snap a 4-game losing streak, beating the Miami Marlins 4-2. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
East side, northbound 465, stop and go from Washington to 70, and again after 70 up to Penn Pike. Westbound 70 slows into the north split and continues to drag onto northbound 65 out to Meridian Penn. Northbound 65 south side slow from South Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction, delayed 5 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now with Dream Baths by B. Get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:36.
Hey, Tinsley, why don't we use EasyCater to order food for staff lunches?
Because my 46-page acronym system is so easy. I just have to salad, stay alert to late arriving deliveries, pie, put in expenses, and Google Pie. Go out and get everyone's preferences and allergy information.
That's supposed to be simple?
No, simple is Steve and Irma and Margie prefer lasagna and empanadas.
OMG.
No need to make work life more complicated. Just use EasyCater, the easy way to get food for work.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Dow futures down 58. NASDAQ futures down 2. The Dow hit a record yesterday. Do I have that right? Oh, where was the close yesterday? I missed that. Right now, Dow future 44,662. Was that the close? Okay. Well, there's that. Oil prices are right now $67.83 on the West Texas crude per barrel, $69.75 on the Brent crude. And the 10-year Treasury, as we continue to talk about housing prices and housing issues, 4.346. It was a really interesting story yesterday about people who have pulled their homes off the market. We tried, we couldn't sell it, we pulled the home off the market. And I was discussing this, and you'll hear it on Eat, Drink, Smoke over the weekend, the Cigar and Bourbon Show, eatdrinksmokeshow.com. You should immediately be subscribing to it. And the question that Fingers Malloy asked is how much of people pulling their home off the market? They put their house up, they're not getting it sold, they pull their house off. Like, and that number is like near 50% of people. It's a big number. So how much of that is the marketplace, right? I'd ask the question, what's the spread? Was there no offer made, or was the offer simply not enough? And was the offer off by $1,000, $5,000, $25,000? Exactly what was the difference between the offer and the ask? He asked a different question. His question was, do we live in a world of such immediate frustration that people say, what? My house didn't sell in 3 days. Forget this. That's a really good question. Have cultural personalities now affected people's economic outlook, economic philosophy? Because if you tell me that people pull their house off the market, I want to know what is the cause of that. And what Fingers Malloy was saying is maybe it's just people's anxiety. I would figure it's just the economics. Maybe he's got a point. A very, very worthy point. Listen to Eat, Drink, Smoke this weekend, if you will. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. That's why I bring you the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment, presented by Kill a Dent Removal, killadentremoval.com. The door dings like you're at the supermarket and someone bangs into your door, or the cart is a runaway, whatever the case may be. You call the people at Kill a Dent Removal, killadentremoval.com, and they'll make your door look good as new. You've got hail damage, they'll make the roof and the hood look as good as new. They do fantastic work. Good people. Thrilled that they're a part of the program. Kill a Dent Removal is who you call when you want to get rid of the door dings. It's paintless dent removal. It is so simple and it's mobile. They come to you. killadentremoval.com. Check it out for yourself. And they bring you the Thursday Music Moment because the world's crazy. We don't have to be. And that's why we take a moment, we take a breath, we take a beat, we play some music, roll down the windows in the car, turn up the speakers, grab a drink. I'm not here to tell you what it is. Maybe you work third shift. I do not judge. And all right, let's relax for a second, then we'll get back to it. And to get to it, admittedly, I went in a direction I don't normally go. I went to 1988, and I'm telling you right now, the song concerned producer Carl. He said, Tony, it's a very dark song. I said, no. This is a song about Izzy having, well, it is a sad song, but it's not the sad song the way you think it's a sad song, because this is a song about Izzy having to put down his dog. This is not about somebody's actual girlfriend. Okay? But when it's Guns N' Roses, I don't know. I just think it's a classic. From 1988, from GNR Lies, roll down the windows, turn up the speakers, take a breath, we're going to be all right. Used to Love Her, producer Carl, hit it.
Feet under, and I can still hear her complain. I used to love her, yeah, but I had to kill her. I used to love her, yeah, but I had to kill her. I knew I missed her, so I had to keep her. She's buried right in my backyard. kill her. I used to love her. Ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. She bit so much. She drove me nuts. And now we're happier this way. Whoa, yeah. Take it for what it is. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I used to love her, ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. I had to put her, ooh, 6 feet under, and I can still hear her complain.
And that is how we do what we do. Everything is there at WIBC.com, the full list. And the good producer, Carl, has the playlist. You can get the playlist over there at the YouTubes, and off it will go. Everything we've ever done for the TK, Tony Katz, that's me, Thursday Music Moment. Super easy. Super easy to do. You should go check that out and then subscribe to WIBC there on the YouTubes. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's going on?
All right, Tony, looking at the south side, northbound 65, stop and go traffic from South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's because of construction. East side, northbound 465, slow from Brookville Road up to Washington Street. Westbound 70, slow after rural over the flyover ramp to Meridian Penn. And on the north side, westbound 465, slow from I-69 to Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
The WIBC mashup is everything you love, from fiery debates to laugh out loud takes, all in one podcast. No weak sauce, just the best of the day each weekday. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. Tell you about what I know here. Recently, I learned that Trajan Wealth's core philosophies include low expenses, low cost loyalty, and tax efficiency. These were well on display during my first consultations with Trajan. They practiced what they preached, and now I'm in. I'm a client. The team I trust is Trajan Wealth. You can schedule a complimentary introductional meeting and learn more at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. The first appointment is free. No pressure, no confusing jargon, just clear, honest advice from fiduciaries who put my goals first, and they'll do the same for you. I'm confident in that. You'll feel more prepared with Trajan and honestly relieved. Call today and schedule your first appointment, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. 317-480-4040. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Historic flooding.
This is a 100-year catastrophe.
Lives shattered.
Dedicated, searching for every single one of the children.
It's horrible. I have grandchildren that I couldn't imagine them flowing down a river.
Support Texas flood relief efforts by going to SALArmyEDS.org. Whatever you can spare will help.
It is undescribable and catastrophic.
From 93.
This is a national emergency.
WIBC.
I've had my Window Nation windows installed for a couple of years now, and my air conditioner is no longer working overtime in the summer. And these are the dog days of summer, but if your windows are old and drafty, time for some new Window Nation windows. Check it out, 50% off all window styles plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. All the details at windownation.com.
And when Window Nation comes out to your house, they are bringing the best of the best. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, and their staff, years of experience. And look, when we have a heat wave like we had recently, I think you understand how important it is to have good windows that keep the blistering hot out and your perfect climate inside. 50% off all window styles. Any style at all, zero interest until 2030. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Jim Schrader, IT Director for Lakota and SMC Trailers and Viaggio Pontoon Boats, has a solid reason for selecting Applied Innovation.
With companies, the bottom line comes to dollars and cents. It really does. And when we consolidated all our printing needs with Applied, we got rid of all these onesies, twosies desktops that we were having to take care of and got the big MFPs and strategically placed them.
And with the Applied Innovation Printing Solution,
we're saving about $25,000 a year between the three companies by doing that. And of course, everybody's like, oh, well, what if I need to print privately or this or that? You know, they've helped me set up private print, direct print, coded print, all that stuff.
You're sold on Applied Innovation.
If you're looking for great service, attentiveness, and a fantastic product, Applied is the place to go. Applied is Johnny on the spot, literally.
Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. And it's very, okay. I think Dusty's right because I was going to go with Carol Burnett and I was going to say this is a very, like, kind of, like, variety show theme song. Is this the theme to Mama's House? Dusty's wrong.
When I tell you what it is, you're going to go, oh, yeah.
What is this the theme to?
Well, we got to go to a lifeline. Maybe he knows.
All right, we'll go we'll use a lifeline. We'll phone a friend. We'll make the whole bit for you, Producer Carl. Fine. Matt Bear, what is this theme song?
This is the 700 Club, Tony.
700. A religious show is going to have that kind of music?
God, you're good. What is this the theme to?
The Gong Show.
Is this really?
Yeah. Think about them all dancing on stage with Chuck Berry.
So I said variety, and I went with Carol Burnett, and I thought it was the takeoff. All right, this is the Gong Show. I would not have gotten that. So be it. So be it. A lot to get to. We will dig in tomorrow to the story of another city county council Democrat, or another Democrat in Indianapolis, being accused of abuse. The Indy Star with the story. We're talking about Keith Graves here. This is the allegation where the allegation is that a woman has been experiencing physical and sexual assault committed by Graves between 2020 and 2022. But this was about a relationship and not about somebody working for him, right? As I know it, I've got to read some more. So, listen, innocent until proven guilty. I don't believe every claim just because there's a claim. But this isn't the first time this has taken place. We will cover this story in depth tomorrow. And on Tony Katz today at noon, you have heard by now that 6 Secret Service agents have been suspended because of the assassination attempt on President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania a year ago, where he got shot, thankfully, just in the ear compared to what could have been. The question for all of us is, what do you mean suspended? Why just suspended? What exactly do I do with this information? I'll have that on Tony Katz today at noon. So be tuned in for that. Of course, get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Just search for Tony Katz in the Morning News and find everything I do over at TonyKatz.com. You should do that. I will catch you guys at noon for Tony Katz today. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
North side, eastbound 465 near Allisonville Road. It's a crash, and it's backing us up almost to Keystone Avenue. Now the westbound lane's also slow from 71st to Allisonville Road because of a crash. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic after 465 into the south split because of construction. Inbound 69 slows from 106 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
You know, sometimes dealing with home service contractors can be frustrating, whether it's missed appointments, sloppy workmanship, or just a general sense of indifference about helping you. Frustrating hardly describes that experience, Hammer.
And that's why we want to welcome a new advertiser to the Hammer and Nigel family, somebody you're going to be hearing quite a bit about in the coming months, Victor's Home Solutions.
Victor's installs the highest quality roofs available for your home, and they take all those negative stereotypes and turn them on their head.
They start with the basics, prompt, follow-up, showing up to appointments on time. And then they go above and beyond with installation teams that are so skilled, so precise, that Victor's is able to offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install.
5-star customer service and perfect installation. You're going to be really impressed with Victor's. They're the only roofer Hammer and I recommend to our listeners. It all starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. Call 1-866-VICTORS or victors.com.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do your goals. At Busey Bank, we're here to help you move forward with the financial tools, local support, and expert guidance you need to take your next step. Whether you're growing a business, leaving a legacy, or saving for the future, you'll have a team that's ready when you are. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal. Attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Get ready to hit the links. The golf outing presented by Franciscan Health is almost ready to tee off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Course in Franklin. It's more than a round of golf. It's for a great cause. Proceeds benefit the Franciscan Health Foundation. Franciscan Health will host free cancer screenings on site.